Good morning, Houston. This is Andrew with Houston Grease Trap Services on the Houston Grease Trap Services podcast. Hey, so we're doing this podcast here for you guys, for mainly business owners, restaurant owners, facility managers, processors, and anyone with a grease trap. Anyone that's responsible for a grease trap, anyone that is registered with Houston, having a grease trap, this podcast is for you. We're going to talk about maintenance. We're going to talk about grease trap services, grease trap pumping, cleaning, how to maintain them, how to inspect them, how to service them, how to maintain the records, and mainly how to avoid the fines, right? That's the main thing. You're only doing it because you got to do it. If you didn't have to do it, mandated by the city of Houston, you guys wouldn't be pumping out your grease traps. Why? Because it costs you money. You don't care about what happens to the drain lines after it goes past your sink, right? It just goes to La La Land, to magic, never to be seen again. But the city cares about what happens to those lines, because if you don't have a grease trap, as you know, they're going to clog the lines. They're going to clog your line. They're going to clog the main lines. And when the main lines clog, what happens? Sewage overflows in the streets, right? You don't want that. I don't want that. And no one wants that. And so that's why they make it a mandatory requirement to service your grease traps and to have a grease trap. Otherwise, no one would do it. And what would we get? Raw sewage in the streets. And no one wants that. All right? So here's the biggest takeaway that you guys can take away from this first podcast. This will be the first nugget, is that more and more we're seeing the city of Houston inspectors issue citations and not give you a grace period to get the issue fixed, right? Normally they come in, they see an issue, they say, hey, look, you got this, you got issue 1, 2, and 3, you got to take care of it within a week. We'll be back in a week to verify that you've had it done. What do? You guys scramble, you call us and say, hey, I got an inspection, I got to get this done, right away. Because why? You don't do it whenever they tell you. You wait until the last day, until they're coming later on that afternoon, right? And so it's always an emergency with you guys. So you guys put us behind the 8 ball and then get upset with us that we can't service you that day because we're servicing other people that have planned ahead, right? So that's the biggest thing, is that the city of Houston is no longer giving grace periods on the citations that they issue. They're making them hard. They're enforcing them. I guess that's the word. They're enforcing the citations as is. They're no longer, giving you a heads up or giving you a little slack on it. They're issuing the citations, making them hard. Why? Because they want the revenue. With the coronavirus, the city's being hit hard with taxes and revenue in general. And so this is a way for them, the city, to get money. And it's easy because a lot of restaurant owners, they put this stuff off, right? So with Houston Grease Trap Services, we're operational. We're essential services, and we're running our trucks basically 24/7. Most places need service during the daytime, but some of the bigger outfits need services at night when operation is slow and when they can have a little bit of downtime, or we can bring on our big truck and have access to it. So stay tuned. We're going to talk to you guys. We're going to teach you guys. We're going to give you guys a heads up and how to keep your grease traps operational and violation free. All right, stay tuned for the next podcast. We'll see you there. Thanks. Bye.